Here at the last day. I cannot believe we're here at day 5 for the Be a Leader Masterclass. So I'll wait just a couple of seconds here as people get on and join me. Excited to have you here. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for joining me this last week. Thank you for joining me these last 5 days as we talk about how to step into becoming that LeadHER, leading from within, that person that you know you're meant to be, that leader that you know needs to make a difference in the world. And I hope that I have shared some useful tips and tools and things with you as we have gone through this. I want to do a recap of the week and then go into today about what's the one simple action that you can take and how to create that 30-day plan. Before I do, though, I just want to touch base on the offer that I made yesterday. Again, to become part of the Leader from Within group program, which is a 90-day, 3-month program, 3 months, that can be literally transformative for you. I have set this up as a group program so that there will be a total of 6 calls during this. So 2 calls a month where we're going to get on and we are going to dig into some of the things that are going to make a big, tremendous difference for you in stepping up into being a leader, along with others who are going to be nurturing and supporting and reflect some of those same divine feminine qualities we talked about yesterday, right? So, call 1, it's starting September 1st, it goes from 3 months from there. We're going to be talking about being grounded in faith and the tools and resources to create your grounding practices so that you can really start every day from that place of knowing and inner guidance and intuition. Call 2, the session 2 is Your Soul is Calling, where you're going to learn how to get quiet and listen and discern what is next for you, allowing things to bubble up, letting that knowing speak to you and how to listen. And really actually diving into that, doing the work that goes along with that. Call 3 is Shielding in Faith, where we're going to be talking about getting out of the doubt and the fear and all those things and how to put on the shield of faith. There are so many things, distractions and the news. I mean, there's so many things that are constantly at us, right? From all different areas. How do we put that shield of faith? How do we bring that shield of faith down around us so that we don't allow everything else in this world to take us off our course, to take us off our path, to put us down in question and not let us step into, or not let us, but put us in a place of fear of not stepping into that, what the outcome is, right? The 4th session is going to be the Leader from Within, where we're going to be talking about how do you step into really being that leader within, really knowing what that is. You've got the shield of faith, you're grounded in faith at this point. It's really about leading, just leading, learning to hear, learning to lead, quieting your mind so you can become that inner leader that you're meant to be. The 5th call, Covered in Faith. I talked about this yesterday. There are so many women. The history is covered with women who have stepped up in faith, who have lived their greatest lives, who have served, who have served the world, who have served their community, who have been the leader that they know they needed to be to make the difference, even in the face of fears, even in the face of trepidation, even in the face of being told you can't or whatever, right? So we're going to discover who your own faith heroine is, right? Let's take a look at some of these women. It's not going to be the same person for everybody, right? But who is your faith heroine and how does that speak to you? And how can you learn from the women in history who have really stepped through and become the leader they're meant to be? The 6th call is going to be discerning your divine yes design. And it's where we're taking everything that you will have gone through in those 3 months and really putting together a plan. It may be something where you realize that you are where you're meant to be, that you just need to expand something, or you need to look at it differently, right? Sometimes we think, I got to grow, I got to do this. And the fact is, this happened in one of the things that where you actually realize that you're exactly where you want to be, with whom you want to be. And maybe you need to serve a little bit more or show up a little bit bigger or support, whatever it is, right? So it's just a learning process. And so that last call is really discerning what that is for you and that divine yes plan and how it looks going forward, okay? There are, if you apply by the I think it's next Wednesday, the 24th of August. There's some bonuses in there too. There is a 45-minute private personal coaching session with you and I in September to get things off, to get you started, to answer your questions, to really help you dive into this inner leader for yourself. And then you get 2 check-ins in October and November as well. Time with me, just me, personal with me. One of the other bonuses is accountability and weekly inspiration. So there will be a text message thread that will be coming from me each week with accountability items, with inspiration items throughout the weeks. You know, I'm all about ask, answer, inspo, action. You got to ask the question, you're going to get the answer, you got to take that inspiration you've got and you've got to move forward in action. So the accountability is absolutely piece in that. And then a discounted ticket if you're interested in coming to one of the Divine Yes retreats. But aside from the bonuses, the things that you're getting in this group are these calls, these 6 sessions with other amazing women who want to support one another, want to nurture one another. There's a private Facebook group where the conversation can continue each week long, allowing various things. It gives you access also to the Yes I Can Women's Collaborative, which is more business focused. So if you're really looking for some of that, you've got that access to. All of that plus more, $297 a month for 3 months. That's it. I don't think there could be a more affordable way to get in to a group if you're really looking to make a change and really looking to make a transformation and really step them into being that feminine, divinely guided inner leader, lead her, leading from within that you know you're meant to be. Okay. I hope you'll join me. I really do. Questions, email me, hit reply, whatever. So let's give a little recap for the week. We started with the 7 core elements of being a leader in the mindset. Got to start with mindset. Mindset is always that first critical thing we got to start with. Then we go into the essential questions that we need to ask ourselves, right? Why? That big why question. Why am I stepping into this? Who am I stepping into it with? What does it look like, right? Those questions that we really need to ponder on a regular basis. This isn't a one and done, ladies, not a one and done. We need to continue to ponder that. How to access the answers within. How to access those answers that are only meant for you, right? And embrace those answers. So that was the next call. Then we got the 8 fundamental tools of being a divine feminine leader. The eight fundamental tools that need to be added to your pink bling sparkly toolbox that we talked about yesterday, really all about leaning into that divine feminine way of being, releasing and letting go of that masculine behavior, masculine energy, masculine everything, right? And then today, bringing it home, bringing it all together in what is that one simple action that you must take on a daily basis, and then how to create that 30-day action plan. So let's first talk about that one simple action, that one simple step that you need to do every day. Do you have any guess what it might be? Any guess at all? Okay, the answer is prayer. Simple, right? Well, you may say, Kathy, I don't pray. Well, that's okay. How about meditate? How about ponder? How about think of it something different? How about a conversation with your higher power? We've all agreed during this class, this is all about having faith. Faith is where you hold the space for a higher power, where you believe in something greater than yourself, right? If you have faith and you believe in something greater than yourself, then you need to have a relationship with whatever that is. You need to have a conversation. You need to have talk and listen time, right? You need to have what I call prayer. But again, you can call it whatever you want. Prayer, ponder, meditation, walking, I don't know, whatever it is. The point is you need time every day to get grounded, to get centered, to get focused, to connect with that higher power, to connect with that inner knowing and that inner guidance system. You've got to do it. You've got to just, even if you start with 5 minutes a day, heck, if you start with 1 minute a day before you get out of bed, if that's what it's going to take, 1 minute as you're laying there, as you're about to roll off of the bed, you know, just be with me today, my higher power, walk with me in faith. And as you are able to expand that, and maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's, we talked about asking and seeking and knocking, maybe it's journaling, right? What am I meant to do? How am I meant to serve today? How am I supposed to show up to the world today? Be with me as I walk this journey and show me who needs what, right? It's prayer. That's the bottom line. It's one word. It's one simple thing. It's one simple act. Whatever it looks like for you in faith. Don't tell me you don't have time. 1 minute as if your alarm goes off before you get out of bed, you've got that. You know, maybe it's, personally, I'm able to pray, and I do, because I'm just talking to my higher power wherever I am, driving in the car, getting ready in the morning, making my coffee, right? For me, it's just a way of life. It's having that conversation and then being open to what some of the answers are. Personally, I think the answers show up. I know for me, they show up in my journaling. They show up in signs and people and circumstances that happen to me out there in the world. That's what I believe. That's my belief. It doesn't have to be yours, but prayer, that's the one simple action, the one simple step you've got to do daily. Call it whatever you want, but you've got to do something to get grounded and in touch with your higher power every day. Now, in creating that 30-day action plan, okay, so what I want you to look at is, you know, there's kind of a success formula that I'm going to share with you. There's some questions that I'm going to share with you of what to step in and how to do that, right? And I encourage you to take a step back, maybe this weekend. You know, we're here on the weekend. Oh my gosh, there's Saturday and Sunday right in front of us. To look at this and how you can create this action plan and put it into place for you, put it into play, right? So that you really can, you know, it's not just another class that you've listened to or part that you've been at. You actually have action steps that you're moving forward with. So the questions I have for you is, you know, you need to be thinking about, again, who do you want to be? What do I want to be? What do I want to have? You know, what do I want to do? Right? As a leader, what difference is that you're wanting to make in the world? Right? It's a difference. As a leader, what difference is it that you want to make in the world? What difference is it you're being called to make in the world? Called from that inner guidance system, right? What do I want to be? How do I want to serve? What do I want to have? And am I allocating the time and resources necessary for those deepest desires? Because here's the thing, when we go back, and I don't have it in front of me, but there was that original quote that I gave you from Denzel Washington, right? When we have that deep desire within, it is God giving us a message. It is God saying, yes. It is your higher power saying, this is where you need to go. Those deep desires are there, in my humble opinion. They are put there because they are meant to be brought out into the world. We wouldn't have those deep yearnings. And I'm talking about the ones that you can't shake. The ones that come back round and round and round, maybe day after day or month after month or year after year, but you know, it keeps coming back. You know, I need to be doing that. You know, that's what I need to be doing. And then life takes you down a different path. So what is it? What is that burning desire? We talked about the burning desire, the burning bush, the burning building. What is it for you? And are you allocating your resources of time and money and energy to them, right? Making time for that. I talked about asking the questions, right? Asking the questions, listening for the answers, being aware of the inspiration around you. And then you got to make the action. You got to take the action. Really, you've got to take the action. You've got to move forward. So the success formula is, you know, commit to the goal. What is it you're looking at? Yes, it's okay to have goals. A goal is a promise on a prayer, right? We got to have goals. We got to be moving forward. We got to be going in that direction. We got to have faith in that outcome. We got to have faith that we know we're going in the right direction and that the universe is going to shift us or guide us, or we're going to get that intuitive hit that we need to make a little bit of a change, right? It's have faith in that outcome. It may not be exactly as you think it's going to look at the end, but it's going to be going in that direction. If you're moving, we can adjust that parked car. We can turn right or left or yield or stop or take the oh gosh, I can't even think of the word now, you know, when you go off on a little bit of a curve. Okay, and then we're going to trust in the community and trust in the teacher. Now, whether the teacher is me or whether there's somebody else in your life, maybe the teacher is another coach, maybe your teacher is a spiritual director, maybe your teacher is somebody within your spiritual community, but you've got to have trust in that teacher. Trust in the teacher and trust in the community that surrounds that teacher, the community that surrounds you, so that when you lean into being nurtured and cared for and have that safe space to explore and discern those things that you're meant to be and do and have and show up as, right? That you have trust in that space is being held for you in trust, okay? So taking those things, the commitment to what that goal is, the faith in the outcome and the trust in the teacher in your community, and putting that to, you know, who do I want to be? What am I called to be? Where is that desire coming from? And when you look at just the next 30 days, what's the one thing that you want to have accomplished in the next 30 days? When you look 30 days out from now, what is it? What is that one thing that you want to accomplish that's going to move you forward? The one thing. I'm not all about doing 100 things at once. Not anymore. Not in that masculine. No. It's about figuring out, discerning for me, right? What is it I need to do? This class was one of those things, right? That was a class that, okay, for 30 days, right? Here's the end of it, right? I'm going to set it up. I'm going to work towards it. I'm going to do the study. I'm going to listen for the downloads and what needs to be taught. I'm going to look for the feedback and the action and all of that, right? So when you look at your life, overall, right? I know for me, because of where I'm being called to serve and the stamina that I need with that, I need to be healthier. I need to be able to move and express and all those things. And so what does that look like, right? When I look at my divine design and where I'm being nudged and pulled and led, right? What's the one thing that you can do in the next 30 days? What's the one thing you want to have done? What's the one thing you want to have done in the next few days? And how are you going to get there? What are the steps each week? What are the steps? I've encouraged you, you know, the one thing you need to simply do every single day is pray or meditate or talk to your higher power or write in your journal, you know, write a letter to God every day if that's what it takes. Maybe that's the one thing you do to start moving you into that. Maybe it's joining the Leader from Within group. I'd love to have you there. I'll support you every step of the way. But it's up to you at this point now. Taking that, because I know what you know. I don't need to confirm it. Your significant other doesn't need to confirm it. Girlfriends don't need to confirm it. You've had it confirmed over and over again, most likely, lady, from your inner knowing, from your higher power. And now is the time to soar. Now it's time to step into, to lean into becoming that leader that you are called to be, that the universe is asking you to step into over and over and over again, where you need to make a difference, right? Where you need to show up and how you need to lead again in your personal life, in your professional life, in your community life, in your spiritual life. That's it. That's it. I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you'll hit reply in one of these emails or post on one of these Facebook posts or message me on Facebook Messenger. I want to know what it is for you. What have you discovered about yourself in the last 5 days? What questions do you still have? Where are you feeling led to go, but you're afraid to take that next step, or you're not sure where that next step is? How can I support you in that? How can I support you? How can I hold the space and support you in that? So I want to thank you again for joining me this last week. It's been a pleasure being with you. You guys have given me so much energy back, and I really appreciate that. I hope you consider joining the Leader from Within 90-day program. You know, if you really step into that and lean in and commit, things can change for you in a huge, momentous, fabulous way. So I hope you consider that. And if not, I will look forward to seeing you in person on social media or wherever it is that our paths may cross. All right. I hope you have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you.